The other day, I was watching a movie and there was this scene. A man was being beaten mercilessly, relentlessly, until he was barely holding on. And through the blows, the tormentor kept asking him the same question over and over again. Why are you here? Again and again. Why are you here? Why are you here? The man, trembling, bloody, broken, tried to answer, but each response was torn apart by another strike, until finally something in him exploded. In pure, raw desperation, he cried out, "I don't know who I am." Even as I wrote these words, shivers run through my body. I paused the video. I sat down motionless. That cry, it reached into the depths of my being, into my core. The realization petrified me. This is what every human being is suffering from. This is the deep, silent suffering we all carry until tears welled up and began rolling down my cheek, because in that single moment I felt the deep, silent sorrow, the weight of all the devastation, the desperation, the desolation, disappointment, despair that this suffering creates in us. To not know who we are is the deepest human wound. The silent suffering that sits beneath everything else. It is the reason we struggle, the reason we seek, the reason we feel lost, unfulfilled, incomplete. It is the unseen force driving us through life, chasing relief from pain, relief from confusion, relief from limitation, relief from the unbearable weight of not knowing the truth of our own being. And yet, this suffering is not proof of lack. It is only pointing us home. To not know who we are. This silent drive moves us blindly through life, chasing the relief from the ache we cannot name but feel pressing on our very existence. At the very core of what compels us, what shapes our choices, what fuels our endless searching, there is only one devastating lack: not knowing who we are. We build our lives around this emptiness, running from it, trying to cover it up, trying to fix it with success, relationships, knowledge, spiritual teachings. But it remains. No matter how much we gain, no matter how much we achieve, that subtle, nagging emptiness lingers beneath it all. It is not the circumstances of life that create suffering. It is not loss, not failure, not rejection. It is not even death. The greatest suffering is waking up every day and unconsciously carrying the weight of this unknown, never questioning its source, never daring to turn and face it, only running, endlessly running, hoping that something will make it go away. But it doesn't, because we are not suffering from life. We are suffering from the illusion of separation, from the belief that we are incomplete, from the belief that we must become something else in order to finally be at peace, at home. But this suffering is not proof of lack. It is only pointing us home. It is the calling of our true being, beckoning in every moment of our existence. From childhood, we are given a patchwork identity: our name, our roles, our beliefs. But these are like sandcastles built at the edge of the sea, fragile and temporary. The moment life washes them away, we feel lost. A job ends, a relationship falls apart, an identity we once clung to no longer fits. And suddenly, the foundation of our existence feels like it's crumbling. Not knowing who we are leaves us restless. We chase external fulfillment, hoping that something out there will finally give us a sense of wholeness. Some chase success, believing that if they accomplish enough, they will feel complete. Some chase love, hoping another person will fill the void they feel inside. Some chase knowledge, thinking that if they just understood enough, they will finally be at peace. And for the spiritual seeker, the chase takes on a more subtle form. Seeking awakening, seeking enlightenment, seeking to become something more. Yet, no matter how much we achieve, no matter how much love we receive, no matter how much we learn, the restless hunger remains. Because the one thing we are truly seeking is the only thing we cannot find as an object. Our own pure being. The moment we get mesmerized by the phenomenal world and lose ourselves in it, we lose sight of who we are, and we begin the search for what we already are. We seek a refuge, an answer, something that will finally make us feel fulfilled and secure. But the more we seek, the further we feel from the truth. Because the truth cannot be found as an object outside. It cannot be grasped by the mind. The truth is not something we need to discover. It is something we simply see. What are we really afraid of? Is it failure, rejection, loss? If we look deeper, all fear points back to the same source. The fear of not existing. The fear that without our identities, without our roles, without our stories, there is nothing. We are nothing. This is the unspoken terror beneath all human suffering, the fear of being nothing. And that is what doesn't let people slow down and just be. The subconscious fear that if they will stop, they will die. They will cease to exist. But when you do slow down and stop for a moment, simply be, you realize that that's where the peace and the truth that you are seeking for reside. You realize that you are being before any thought arises, any emotion, any action. You are before all that being. Recognizing that truth puts your mind at rest. It can finally stop and rest in its own source, in yourself. That is where we find the truth, the peace we've been so busy looking for in all other places. And when we do realize the truth of who we are, pure being, we see that indeed we are nothing. We are no thing. We are not a thing that can be grasped with the mind. We are existence itself. We are everything. The restless energy of seeking dissolves. The tension of I don't know who I am disappears. And in that openness, something vast is revealed. The direct experience of existence itself. Your infinite, eternal being. Here, now, as you are, simply being. The entire illusion of suffering ends with the knowing of your infinite self. When you realize who you are, any other ideas about who you think yourself to be fall away. And what remains is clarity. What remains is presence. What remains is you, limitless, aware, at peace. This is freedom. This is home. You were never lost because you never left. You have always been what you are. Now, in this moment, and always, you are complete. You are being. And that is enough, because that is everything. Our Living Oneness group program will take you from overthinking to living your spiritual realization in everyday life. You don't need more information. You need clarity and direction. You don't need more tools. You need the right tools. And you don't need to seek more. You need to live what you already are. Living Oneness is a deeply transformative group program designed to guide you from mental noise to embodied realization. Through structured guidance and weekly life goals, you'll ground your self-realization into the fabric of your daily life. This offering is beautifully structured and seeker-friendly, designed for those who are truly wanting to embody their realization. Spots are limited to ensure an intimate and profound journey for everyone. You can sign up by April 22nd and begin your transformation on April 29. We start with the end goal from day one, directly recognizing your true nature. Then, through simple yet very powerful practices, we ground and embody that realization, making it the unshakable foundation of your life. This is not a program for theory or fluff. It's about direct experience, real transformation, and deep embodiment. We've crafted this program to support this deeply transformative, sacred journey with everything possible. Foundational pre-recording teachings, live direct guidance through weekly group Zoom calls, a small intimate group to be part of because transformation is faster and richer in shared experience. An open-ended structure you can join and stay as long as you feel it serves you. Monthly payments for affordability. The recommended commitment is at least 1 year for deep understanding and deep real integration. This program is designed for those who are ready to live their realization, not just in theory, but as a direct, embodied experience. New groups are forming throughout the year, but we work only with 4 groups at once. If you miss out on this one, beginning April 29, you can join the next. Visit our page to check for the next date or send us an email at connect@bastianelagloria.com with the subject line Notify Me. You will receive notification when we open up registration for the next group. Once enough people gather, a new group will go on this sacred journey together. All details are in the link below this video in the description box. If you're ready to move beyond seeking and live your realization, I'd love for you to join us. If you're not sure if this is for you, you can book a call. If you are, you can sign up directly. Just go to the page and you'll find both possibilities there. If you know all about it, you've read all about it, you've practiced for a long time now, everything that you knew would work or heard would work, but it's not happening for you, then this is your place. This is your group. This is where you will grasp it, you will understand it, you will embody it for real. This is where things are going to connect so that you can have a full, clear picture. And I'll see you on the other side.